do nothing. Don't gotta prove nobody shit.
You got a good point on something. Hold on.
Like,
Let me ask you this, right? So I met this girl on my job. She's like an Indian. She comes from this Indian lifestyle. I think her parents got money, whatever, but I don't know. Her parents are doctors.
Yeah.
Right? And the girl, we was talking about this a little bit. And, you know, she was like, I guess her parents wanted to be a doctor, but she not fucking with it, whatever. And I just started thinking on it. I was like, word. And like, it's the typical like Indian story. If you ever like kept up with Indians, they like, their parents are very strict. Chinese people do it too.
Hell yeah.
And they're like, you're going to be a doctor. If you're not a doctor, we hate you. We don't fuck with you. You're dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's her situation from what I was told. And I was thinking about this and I was like, is that really a bad thing? Because at the end of the day, right, and it still sticks on the topic of, I think, what we was talking about, but at the end of the day, all you want is the best for your kids.
Yeah.
You want them, like, I want my kids to grow up and have a standard of living.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them to be great at, I don't know what, I don't have a specific, but whatever it is that they do, I'm going to tell you be great. But it feels that, like, when we give kids this, like, opening to go and try to figure out how to be great, they fail. Some fail. Some people work, but a lot of people fail, I feel. But when you tell your kids you're going to be great at this, like if I tell my kid, yo, you're going to be great at playing basketball. But then again, Michael Jordan didn't get told that.
Like, anyway, you gotta just think about it. You gotta, but I see what you're saying. You gotta think about it in certain situations.
So let me ask you this: would you tell your kid that they have to be great at something?
No.
So you don't feel that you wouldn't force them to do anything?
No. Because I was never forced to do anything.
But it doesn't mean
like
that
I have many options of what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm still young. I still want to explore different things. So I'm not gonna force my kid to be like, yo, cause I play basketball and I stopped because I was scared. I'm not gonna tell.
But imagine. Hold on. But let me. I don't mean to cut you off. But imagine if you had someone who was every day, hey yo, get up. You're gonna be great at this shit.
But that's different.
Like Deshaun Jackson. I don't know if you know his. You know who Deshaun Jackson is?
I know who that is.
Do you know his story?
Nah.
They did 30 for 30 on him, and his story is one of my favorite stories. And basically, his father didn't make it to the league. His older brother, his father's kid, got injured before he can get to the NFL. Mm-hmm. And his father always said, I'm going to have one kid that's going to go to the NFL. And we'll wake Deshaun Jackson up at 6 in the morning to go practice, go run, go do this. End up killing at Long Beach Poly, becomes a great player, doesn't get drafted to the second round, ends up being a great Eagle, et cetera, et cetera. But his father pushed him to this point of greatness. And I get what you're saying, like, yo, you shouldn't force your kids, because I was not forced. But imagine if somebody really forced you.
Nah, yeah. But look, you got to also think about it like this. I can't think off the top of my head, but a lot of people that's being forced to do shit like this, they don't really fuck with their parents like that. Or sometimes their relationship go left because they feel like they parent want them to do that, but
they don't want to do it.
Yeah, like they don't want to really do that, but they only doing it to make their parents happy. Like a lot of people don't grow up and be happy off shit like that, because maybe that's not what they really want to do. Like think about what's his name? Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah.
What if he wanted to be a doctor? Let's just say, what if he wanted to be a doctor and his father forced him to play football? How you know he really wanted to do that? How you know he really happy about that? You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like an example, just an example. Like say if your kid came to you, your kid was like shy or whatever because she was a dyke or whatever.
Yeah.
She ain't really want to tell you, but she doing it behind your back.
But that's
that's something like she.
Like,
at
that's
the
an
end of the
extreme. But like when it comes to sexuality and gender, I think that's totally different. But when it comes to a life, I think the question has to go: what are you willing to sacrifice to make sure your kids are going to be great? And I think once you answer that question, like I think Michael Jordan's dad didn't realize this, but this is what his dad was probably saying. Like if you asked him the question, like what would you sacrifice to be your kid to make sure your kid's gonna be great, he probably wouldn't know how to answer that. But if you said, if you would have asked him the question like to Michael Jordan's dad, are you willing to sacrifice your relationship between you and your son in order to see your kid be great at whatever he is to do? I think he would say yeah to that.
I mean, he seemed like the type
he's the type, but it paid off. Michael Jordan was, like he said, he was given the least love out of all two of his brothers when it came to being great. His two other brothers was great. They was really good. In order to win his dad's happiness, the approval, he had to be great, and he was. And he continued to be. And my thing is, oh man, this is a hard fucking question.
It's a hard topic.
Like,
but
all right, so
I feel like you.
Like, let me ask you this. Like, go.
I feel like you is just. I feel like you stuck on this. You stuck on the fact of it's just a bad thing to try to prove somebody wrong. I feel like you just stuck on that. But you gotta understand.
I'm not even talking about that. Like, I'm more so like now I'm kind of like that. Like, I wasn't really stuck on that part. Like, that part was like, it's not. Like, for me, like, all right, I'm stuck on this. Like, go ahead.
I was saying that, but I feel like I just feel like it's just like everybody in this world. I feel like you just have to prove somebody wrong. That somebody that doubts you, you just have to like.
All right, so
fucking approval. Fuck
right,
it.
so
And I know it makes sense.
Wait, but that's a double standard. Because you saying fuck approval, then you saying that you have to prove somebody wrong.
No, but because you was basically saying like, oh, you have to in order to like be successful and then talk about it. That's like getting approval. But yeah, it's a hard topic, but I just feel like you just have to like a lot of people, they just have to prove people wrong, bro, and that's just the life we live, bro.
So let me ask you this: so going back to the kid thing, right? Because I think we touched on something right there, and I think that was really dope. And this is a dope ass fucking idea, right? Are you willing for your kid to be this person that always has to prove someone wrong? Like, they have, because, like I said, let's throw a scenario, right? You have a kid, and he basically you want him to be great. So, the proving to someone wrong has to be the first person you're going to have to prove wrong is your father, right? Because that's the first person that you're going to get your approval from. Your kid is going to get your approval from you.
Yeah.
If you say you don't like this, he may not like it. If you are a millionaire, your son probably want to be a millionaire. Like I do with my dad. My dad was in love with understanding business. I picked my major because of that, and I grew up learning that. So it became a part of my life. My dad played football. I played football. Like, you start to develop the thing. I think when you have a son, you'll see that your son is going to try to be exactly what you are.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want him to be better, but the idea is that's just how it goes. Like, your son is going to be a better version of you.
But this is what I'm trying to say is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know everybody in this world. Some people, like how you were saying your connection with your father, you was liking the shit that your father do. A lot of kids might like shit like that. They might go that route, but some kids, they might go a different route, and they might not fuck with their father because they feel like they father. Did your father push you like, yo, get into business, play football?
It wasn't that he pushed me, but
he was like, he want to see you. He want to see you be successful.
It was awesome shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you about it. It wasn't like you're gonna do this.
He was like, I'm gonna tell you about it and see how you feel. Like,
my first love was basketball. I played basketball first. I used to play at the Gauchos as a little kid. That was my first passion, my first love. He pulled me out of basketball and put me into football. So that was kind of the switch of the force. I mean, you can say that's being forced, but was it ever like, you're gonna be great at football? No, it was gonna be like, it was sneaky. He did it very sneakily.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put you in football, and there's not gonna be any more basketball.
Yeah,
like, I didn't play basketball no more after that. I played football, and then after that, it was like with the business thing, like talking to me about stocks, talking to me about the books he reads, talking to me about it would be like, it's not that he's necessarily forcing me, but he would prepare my mind in order to, you're gonna be a part of this, without literally saying you're gonna be a part of it. It was like, it's like he's like feeding you food on the side, and like, I'm preparing you for this, but you don't know it yet.
That's why all I could say is like, I don't really have no much more words to say. But all I can say is just everybody is just in like different situations.
So let me ask you this question then: when you have your kid, your first son, a daughter, and you said you're not going to force him, right, to do anything that he doesn't want to do?
No.
Why? Why wouldn't you force your kid? So you're not going to put your kid into basketball?
I mean, I would want my kids to play sports.
So you're going to put them into sports, or you're going to let them figure it out on their own?
What I'm gonna do.
Because
I want to see like when my kids get to that point, when they start to understand life and shit like that. I would like to ask my kids like, I'm gonna give them like a list. Probably I'll give them like a list or something, and be like, No, or I would tell them to make a list. Like, what's a couple things that you want to do, like you might want to do in life, whether it's, and they might not know a lot of shit because it's still a lot of shit I don't know
Yeah,
about.
a
And
lot of
you
people
feel
don't
me?
know. I'm with you.
You can't only say basketball this and that. Like I want to see like what's something you want to do.
Let me ask you
No
a
matter
question.
if it could be my son want to be into fashion. I fuck with fashion stuff, but like I'm gonna just ask him like just give me a list of what things you might want to do, and like
And what age do you feel like you'll do that?
I don't know, cause like I said, a lot of kids they pick up faster than others. You feel me? Other kids might take a little time. I don't know if my son going to come out dumb and shit like that. I don't know. You feel me?
Put the best scenario.
All right, the best scenario.
Let's put
I
the
say
best
like
scenario
if my
at
son
hand.
come out,
Your son comes out. Your son is 8 years old.
yeah,
Right. So he's starting school. Well, he's in school. He's getting to the age where you kind of want to put him in something, but you're saying that basically you're gonna allow him to choose for himself. Or what age do you feel that you'll start not forcing him, because I guess that's not what you want to call it. But what age do you start asking him what he want to do? You tell me the age.
my age.
He comes out a
I'ma
normal
say,
kid. He comes out like you. What age do you start asking what he wants to do?
Well,
We gonna have it.
I'm gonna go based off because like
However you feel. Just however you feel. Cause I'm gonna ask you. I got a few. This is a dope.
I could probably say like 7, 8. But I'm gonna say give me the only reason why I'm saying
So at 7, 8 years old, you're saying that you're gonna ask your kid, daughter or son, what do they want to? Let's just put son.
Yeah.
Cause I think when you have a daughter, I think that's not saying.
it's a whole different scenario.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a lot of
Let's
things
put
you
a
don't
son.
really know about, yeah.
And let's put a son. I'm not saying you don't do these things with your daughter, but I think with the son narrative, it move a little bit different because you can relate to your son how it is that men should grow. And men grow up a little bit different than girls, but you can relate to your son in terms of how you consider in your head that he feels you should grow up. So your son's turning 7, 8. You're saying what? How do you ask him? What is your question? Do you ask him what he want to do with his life?
Yeah. But
Like my nephew's almost 12, or he is 12. I turned 12 in April, it's like 16. But God, but he doesn't. But I don't. He's. I used to ask him the question all the time. He never knew. He used to be one of the train conductor and some other shit. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
That's little kid shit. But my point is, what do you tell your 8-year-old and 9-year-old son? He says, I don't know.
I'm not gonna see. Some people like to force kids or whatever. Like as far as like I could say teachers, uncles, whatever. They put in your head like you supposed to know what you want to do. You're supposed to know what you want to do. Like I'm 22. A lot of people when I was in high school and shit like that, they like you supposed to know what you want to do. But my thing is like a lot of people have in their head one thing they gonna focus on. Most of the time, shit won't. It won't be a plan A. You always gotta have a plan B.
Right.
So, what I'm saying is like it's multiple things you can get into. It's still a lot of shit niggas don't know about.
But I'm actually, this is like go back to the scenario real quick. Like, what is it that your son says, I don't know. So this is what you tell him that you don't. It's okay not to know.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it's okay not to know. I'm gonna just say like,
Like, and the reason I'm asking you this is because even though I think people have issues telling their kids and forcing their kids exactly what to do, but I get it. In some weird way, there is something to everyone waking up and knowing what they're going to do. Like, one thing about football with me, and I played football till college. One thing about football with me is I knew what I was going to do every day. For the first time, for every day of my life, my dream was to go to the NFL. Didn't happen. But the idea was when I woke up and I went to sleep, I knew every day what time I was going to wake up, what class I was going to go to. This is in college and even in high school. I knew I had to go to class. I had to go to football practice. Football practice, game on Saturday. There is something to that structure. And we talked about that a little bit last week, talking about the whole. But, oh shit, now I got to blink that shit out. But there's something to that structure every week to that you know what you're going to do and you know how you're going to deal with it in between, right?
Yeah.
Like you wake up, you go play football, you go to practice, you come home, you do film, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I I get the idea that parents want to put their kids into something. I mean, they want to force their kids to do something. So they don't waste 15, 20 years trying to figure out what it is that they want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with saying to your kid, you're going to be a doctor. Like, what if my boy, the one that said, what if his parents said, you're going to be a fucking doctor? Now he's aiming to be a doctor, and he's not aiming for nothing. There is something dope about the fact that someone can... I mean, there's something dope about parents telling the kids what they're going to do and forcing the kids what they're going to do.
All right, so let me take this back, right?
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, right?
Because they aim towards something. They have a goal. Like, when you have a goal, whether it's your goal or not, there's something dope to be like, every
it's
day
something
I
to
wake
look
up.
forward to.
Whether you go for your dreams or not, you have something to aim at.
All right, I see what you... Instead of not doing anything, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.